Good morning, folks. It's Sunday, July 6th at about 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm still recovering from a very good 4th of July weekend party and had a real good time. For those of you in the United States, hope your weekend was pretty good and safely celebrated. And hopefully, if you're from other parts of the world, hope you had a good weekend too. I want to talk a little bit about some rumors that are going around in the crypto space, not specific to XRP. This is more Bitcoin related, but some of you may have heard that some Bitcoin wallets, some large ones, are moving from private wallets that have been dormant for a very long time, are moving into some of the exchanges. So this is what I'm talking about here. They're saying Satoshi's coming alive. It says 14 years ago he vanished, and now we're seeing dormant wallets that are 14 years old activating. So, what's the thinking here? Maybe the activation is simply that they're gonna sell. I mean, why else would you be messing around with them? You can see the movements there. Whale alert, whale alert, whale alert. There's a ton of Satoshi being moved around, right? A lot of Bitcoin being moved around by those wallets they call Satoshi wallets. Bitcoin has been very centralized from the start, and I've shown you guys the chart that shows that, and I can bring it up again. Should have probably had it ready. Don't have it ready for this video, but I can bring it up again. It's incredibly centralized. So is Ethereum. So that's my reasoning for thinking there's no way that the globe is going to trust their financial system to Bitcoin. That's not going to be the one. It's got to be something that everybody's on a level playing field with, and Bitcoin doesn't do that for you. Neither does Ethereum. But these wallets are moving. And my concern is because we are in what I call the middle of the bull market. To a certain degree, many people expected Bitcoin to maybe hit 150K, maybe 175. Others have gone as high as 200,000. And it's always possible. But this is squeezing the Bitcoin dominance, and people are saying so. Check it out. Now, this isn't the only chart person that's doing it, but I'm hearing this from every corner of the internet right now. They're saying that dominance is getting squeezed. Despite multiple attempts to break resistance, BTC dominance remains trapped in a tightening bearish wedge. Each breakout has been rejected, and the structure now hints that the next move it could be down. An alt season is coming, of course, is what the thinking is. When Bitcoin dominance goes down, in other words, Bitcoin gets so high that a lot of Bitcoin holders start to say, okay, we reached a good point here. I'm gonna start selling my Bitcoin and start putting it into altcoins to keep my ride going up, even though Bitcoin's starting to go back down into a bear market. Now, technically speaking, I can see that. But I've also got in the back of my mind all the political moves that are happening. We just had the big, beautiful bill passed. And it's going to introduce more than $3 trillion of new spending, which is going to always be bullish for investment markets, whether it's the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, or the crypto market. So that's one thing. That's a tailwind, right? And then behind that, we got Crypto Week coming up on the 14th of July. It's going to start, and that's when they start, trying to get some of these other bills done, which is the No CBDC bill, the Genius Act, and Market Structure Bill. All these things they're working on right now, and that is also bullish. So even though we see this happening over here on the Bitcoin market, there's some movement of wallets, the squeezing of the dominance. You have to kind of think, well, if these bills pass, does that inject more jet fuel into Bitcoin? It may, all right? Because the big beautiful bill went first. That's the new money. New money tends to go to investments. People might go to Bitcoin first. But once those other bills come in, the market structure bill, which is it's gonna give clarity to the market. Then you got your stablecoin bill and the no CBDC bill to make sure that we don't have that programmable money imposed on us. I think that's going to add jet fuel to the altcoins more, because once you have clarity, it's going to be pretty clear Bitcoin doesn't quite do the job that a global financial system needs. And so, we might have a leg up, one more little leg up for Bitcoin, and then it goes down. So for me, alt season is good and bad. I mean, right now, at this point in time, I wouldn't mind it starting now. I'd like to see some of my bags get a little better. We've got XRP at 227 right now, but the higher Bitcoin goes, because it typically goes higher first, the better off, or the better the alt season we have. So I would prefer for Bitcoin to go higher, maybe to 150. Between 150 and 175 would be nice, but technically speaking, it's not looking like we're going to get there. But then again, you have to think there are also other things happening. And in politics, with respect to money right now, This crypto thing is a big deal for the Trump administration. So they got this crypto week coming up, and I can't help but to think it's gonna probably give crypto a huge boost once these things are done, and they're gonna try to get them done before this year's out. I'm still seeing an immense fourth quarter. Whether dominance goes up or down, I would just rather that Bitcoin does go up a little bit more, because if you've seen the cycles, I've always talked about patterns. The higher it goes, the higher we go through the alt season. So hopefully that happens. But one of the reasons given for a lot of these wallets moving, these dormant, supposedly Satoshi wallets, is that the thinking is some of those wallets might belong to Elon Musk, because he's trying to do this thing right here, right? Politically, he wants to start that America party. Really odd time in history to be doing that. I think, I know he didn't like that bill, and that's fine. We can all have that difference of opinion. I don't like large spending bills either. I'm not a big fan of spending, but if I'm going to trust anybody with something like that, I'm going to trust this president. Yeah, there's probably a lot of really objectionable stuff in the bill. I'm certain of it, actually. But I do know it takes money to make money. It's going to take money to resolve a lot of these huge problems. And the way the cake is baked right now, the way the sausage is made right now, I think President Trump is very, very aware of how it's done and how he's going to accomplish what he needs. Part of it is giving some of these bad actors some of what they need so he can get that vote, get this thing across the finish line. But once he does that, I think it also cements a lot of control so that he can codify a lot of the things that he wants to do. I think that's where Elon might be missing the point. And also, we here know the financial system is changing, so we need some of these things to happen to set the stage for that economic boom that's coming. And it's going to come in many different ways, but for you and I in the crypto market, we want our digital assets to, well, we want them to go to the moon, right? That's kind of the point. And all this legislation and all these moves that President Trump is doing is pointing directly in that direction, right? That moon direction. And so I'm thrilled with it. I don't know how far this is going to go here, but some people are thinking that he's moving those Bitcoin wallets to fund, because they say it takes about $2 billion to set up a third party. And if he does it, and I have no reason to believe he wouldn't, because for him, that's a write-off, right? So he could do that and not even blink. So it might actually be a financially good move for him to make. So why not just get it done, right? If he said it, do it. And I think Elon's one of those people that will. And maybe that party might serve us well, but not for this upcoming midterms. I think it would be a political error on his part. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm no genius when it comes to that. I'm interested in my crypto moving up. And I think that Elon himself, just with his own voice, has been able to push the crypto markets further up. I haven't heard him do much in that front lately, but I don't know. Stay tuned. Maybe he'll get himself pretty active in the market. We will see. But this is all very interesting. It's all rumors. But what I am seeing is that this crypto week is coming. We'll look out for some really good legislation. They're going to add some things to some of these bills, I bet, that they had to take out of the big, beautiful bill. So another bite at the apple, legislatively speaking. So just keep a sharp eye, because things are moving. Investment opportunities in the market right now, I don't see anything for me. Hope you do see something for you. You let me know what looks good to you. But personally, I'm just sitting pat and drinking believe it or not, this is actually just my second cup of coffee at 11 in the morning. Yeah, I overslept today. Hope you have a good weekend. We'll see you guys on the next one. Till next time, adios amigos.